impromptu, out of nowhere, Lisa Lanier, our official attorney of this program, joins us. She is the president of LanierLawGroup.com. Now, she's usually with us at this time on Fridays, but we had a couple of legal cases to ask her about. Hello, Lisa. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I hope you guys are.
Doing very well.
Well, 2 out of 3.
Well, Biggie's down. He's got the chills.
I know. He was just telling me. Oh,
I know. I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
I'm watching him in there shiver. Now, we're bringing in a BB Shea, but BB Shea lives in Canada, so he's having a hard time.
He stopped at the border.
Apparently.
it'll be a minute. Yeah.
I bet BB Shea walks in with like a couple of fast food meals.
Right.
I bet he stopped at McDonald's.
Have a sack under his arm.
Yeah.
If he hears this, I'd love a bottle of water.
Yeah. BB Shea will probably come in here with a couple of Egg McMuffins or something as he comes through. 2 questions for you, Lisa. First of all, Susan Smith up for parole here shortly. We mentioned her earlier. Any chance, now, I'm anti the Menendez brothers getting out. Any chance Susan Smith gets out on parole? I hope not, but Chris Demm calls me emotional justice. What do you think?
I hope not. I mean, they are supposed to, the parole board is supposed to evenly apply their standards. And, if she's checked all the boxes, she gets certainly the same consideration that everyone else does. But I sure hope not. I mean, there just has to be some element of how awful she is.
Yes.
In there
She's an
somewhere.
awful person.
She's an awful person.
I mean, her crime was, I can't even speak of it. It was so awful 30 years ago. And she hasn't been a great prisoner either. She was like sleeping with guards and stuff,
Is that proven?
that's not going to do anything to help her get out. Parole.
I think that's
you
clocked.
Have to be really well behaved.
I believe that is clocked.
Say
yes.
what you will, and I'm certainly no fan of the woman's. I'm not a fan of her at all.
Mm-hmm.
But prison's been good to her. She has glowed up on the inside.
She looks good.
I don't know what she did.
Yeah.
If she's on the Chris Kelly plan.
She looks as good now as she did 30 years ago. Honestly, her mugshot.
She's wearing contacts now. She got her hair fixed right.
I just got
A little color.
Lisa, I just got my abs done yesterday. I don't know if you know, but I'm getting.
Can you tell?
I'm getting abs. I'm doing this thing where they freeze my gut for 45 minutes at a time, and had a real good session yesterday. They were freezing me and poking at me and everything. And,
you have to be careful with that, because here's the hidden secret behind that.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And but I mean, for you, you're eating all healthy and everything, so you won't like overeat and have. But some people go in, they get the fat freezing done, but they continue to live their unhealthy lifestyle, thinking, hey, you froze my fat, you can do it again.
Yeah.
But that fat is going to come back somewhere else, and they say that's why Kim Kardashian got such a large booty, was because she had lipo freezing, and then she continued to live, and then it came back somewhere else. I actually know somebody that had it, and it came back in the rump. So don't.
So
Imagine you with a Kardashian butt.
Well, I might walk around here with
You might end up with a Kardashian booty. You never know.
a badonkadonk coming around here. With
Might help the show.
It might help us. You're right. Listen, we're having pictures taken in a few weeks. Is it possible that maybe I'll look better, throw my rear out.
Kind of a flirty over-the-shoulder look.
Yes. All of a sudden, look who looks good. The guy in charge said, I would test it on myself, but I have no body fat.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Like, okay, all right. So he needed me for the body fat to take care of that. Now, here's the real reason we called, though. We just had a story in a Demm report. Now, it's from Canada. But a woman was hired as a pet sitter and did house sitting as well for a woman
in Nova Scotia.
Hired her in Nova Scotia. So she goes in, and the woman sees an advertisement for OnlyFans from the pet sitter now here sometime later, and she recognizes, wait a minute, that's my bathroom. That's the tile in my bathroom. So she subscribes to the woman's OnlyFans at a charge of $8 and something. And sees, oh, yeah, this woman's showing herself off in my bathroom.
Out by the pool.
Out by the pool, yes. And she had recommended her to other neighbors, and their houses were used as well. So they've gotten rid of her. The question we had, if you go in to somebody else's home, invited as a pet sitter or house sitter, and you go to the full length of OnlyFans and even have sex with your boyfriend and post those online, I don't believe anything illegal has been done. Do you think so?
It's one of those things that as long as you weren't filming the inhabitants of the house, without their knowledge, because there's a million laws about that,
right?
That it kind of like it falls in between. It's like in all the gray areas.
Uh-huh.
The only thing, I don't think you could be charged with a crime in, I don't know of any jurisdiction where you could, but they could potentially come after you for invasion of privacy and for a civil trespass, which is exceeding the authorized boundaries within the home that you were told you could, like an unauthorized use of the property.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a civil thing. Nobody's going to do that. I just don't. I don't think anybody's going to go sue you over it. They're just not going to use you as a house sitter again.
Right.
Whatever, probably. But,
Yeah.
but there's all kinds of crazy stories about house sitters getting caught, having parties, romping all over the house, having sex in every room. And because people have cameras everywhere,
Right.
They're like,
Yeah. I mean, that's what
people coming and going. I mean, it's crazy to do this stuff.
I mean, we're just saying now you're going to get caught on camera when you do that kind of stuff, no matter what. But like I said, I just don't think, and I guess you just pointed it out, other than some sort of not using the property the way it was supposed to be used, you're not going to be sued over something like that. I didn't think so.
I don't think they would do it even if they, even though you can technically probably weasel one of those, causes of action together. I don't think anybody would bother doing it. Wouldn't be worth it.
No.
You just don't use the person again. I actually had something very similar to this happen. I don't mind sharing. It's kind of funny.
Please.
One of my employees was actually one time I heard that this young lady, her husband had left. She had 2 small children. She was struggling, because you lose one of the incomes from 2-income household. Mm-hmm. And she was a very attractive girl. And she did I heard she did an OnlyFans, and somebody sent me, did you know she does this OnlyFans? So I go look. So I'm curious. And I start going, wait a minute, that's the picture in my office behind her desk.
No, she did not.
Yeah.
My Lord.
That's a breach.
Well, I talked to her. No, I talked to her about it, and she felt terrible about it. She's not going to do it anymore. But she said, she can't do it at home because she's got these young children, and she's afraid that they will walk in and see her doing it or whatever. Right. And so she just thought after work, before I go pick up the kids, I'll shoot a little OnlyFans.
Yes.
I was like, no, we're not going to do that anymore.
No, not from your office. That's not right.
Lisa, without getting too perverted or detailed, is this a solo act or does she have partners?
It's solo, and honestly, it's really soft. It's just like shaking her titties kind of thing. It's not anything like,
Oh, move to strike.
Yeah.
Your Honor.
I don't even count those.
It's nothing raunchy. It's just some booby shaking. That's all it is.
In front of Lisa's diploma.
Would counsel refrain from saying shaking her titties? Please.
Just shaking them past the water cooler, on the way to the conference room.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. See, this was the reason the owner of Peanut the Squirrel, the now dead squirrel, he did an OnlyFans with his girlfriend or wife, and the neighbors got mad about it, and that's why they reported him having Peanut the Squirrel. Oh. And remember, you called that correctly, by the way. We got to you, and you commented on that story before we knew Peanut was dead, and you said, I guarantee Peanut's been beheaded already. And sure enough,
that's true. Lisa did get that.
You were right on the money. Titty shake or no titty shake, you were on that. 100% right. Man, I'm sorry that happened to you. That's a breach over the line in your office now.
It really, she was going through a really bad time. I have a lot of compassion for people. I don't, she was just doing something stupid, and she, I wasn't going to fire her over it, but I was like, hey, don't do that again. Yeah. And she did.
You're such a nice person. Look at you doing that. I won't even let Biggie leave. He's shivering.
Next stop, hospital. No rush.
That's right.
I've actually sat here long enough. I'm feeling better.
He's feeling better now. He's gotten through it. He's gone through the metamorphosis. He's gone through the stages. Lisa, thank you so much. We'll talk to you again on Friday.
All right. Have a great day.
You too. There she goes. Lisa Lanier, our official attorney. It's totally impromptu.